Hi there, welcome to How To with Jenny. Today I'm just going to show you the new Kenwood Food Processor. This is the UK version. There is another version online which has slightly different attachments. So I was really keen to show you the one that we can buy in the UK, and I'm not sure about the US market. Certainly the one online looked like it was for the Chinese market. So this model is called Kenwood FDP31.170GY. And it's the 800 watt and 2.1 litre bowl. So it's kind of like a small to medium processor, and it also has a jug blender along with it. So this cost me £75 on Amazon, and it looks like it's going to be really good for the blender and also the food processor. So I'm going to open up the box and just show you what's inside. Okay, so the box comes with instructions, and I would really recommend that you do read all the instructions. So one of the things that's really important about using a food processor is the very sharp blades. So everybody that makes videos all tells you the same thing, but please be very careful about the sharp blades. So make sure you have a quick read, and then that'll tell you a bit more about your food processor. So in the box, it's quite exciting, so we're not going in here yet. So this is the food processor. So I'll just turn it around so you can see it. So the first thing to say is it's actually very light, which I'm really happy with because I didn't want a really large food processor. So it's nice and light. So it's got these dials at the front that's going to just do some different functions for us. So this is the jug that it comes with, and here are the attachments. So it's got a nice blade attachment, and again what I said is it's got the safety cardboard in there, so obviously you have to take that out and be very careful when you do. So when you're using the food processor, the blades that go up the way is the function that you're going to be using. So that side is the grater and this side is the slicer. And this is the chopping blade. Again, it's in a little container just to make sure you don't cut your fingers. And here we have another two attachments. This is the emulsifier, so this is used for making cream and whisking eggs, like meringues, that type of thing. And this is a dough hook. So dough hooks aren't very sharp, they're just made completely of plastic. They don't need to be sharp, they're just used to mix. And here is the lid. So the lid just comes separate. And you've got the lid here, and you've also got the plunger, and the plunger has a really handy feature where it also doubles up as a measuring jug, and it's 200 millilitres it measures up to, or 7 fluid ounces. So that plunges down, and again I would say just for safety it's very important to use the plunger when you're pushing through your vegetables or whatever it is you're going to be slicing, because you do not want to put your fingers down, obviously, because it can be very dangerous. And I'm just going to set this out of the way and just show you the jug. So this is the last piece of equipment that you get. And everything's sealed up nicely in nice clean bags. And this is the actual jug. So it's a really nice size. As I said earlier, I don't really want a massive food processor because I do tend to cook for 2 most of the time, or portions for 4 and eat it over a few days. So this looks really good, nice sharp blades at the bottom, and there is also a really good feature which we did see online where you can actually unscrew the bottom to make it easy for cleaning, but they do send it all sort of attached together to start with. And you can also feed oil or whatever through the top if you're wanting to do that. So the other important thing to mention is for this model, it's a plastic jug and you cannot use hot liquids. So you could probably get away with something that is sort of cooled down, that was sort of lukewarm, but you cannot put anything that's boiling hot off the stove, like a hot soup, to blend. You would have to make sure that it all cools down first. So we're going to put this to get a quick clean, and then we're going to just do some recipes. So basically I'll just be letting you know is it any good, and if I would recommend it. Okay, so most people really like food processors to grate cheese. It's one of the things that people really enjoy it for. So the first thing we're going to do is just grate some cheese for you. So I would advise, if you're not sure, just to take time just to re-watch this video to know which way to put things in. So the first thing that goes into your food processor is this pole, and this doesn't actually click in, it just sits in. And then you want to add your bowl, and this does click in. There's two little sections at the bottom, just here, and you can physically see that. If you just look down, you can just see where you want that to go, and it just clicks round to the front. You can hear that, have a good click. Then the next thing you want to put in is this one here, and this is the one with the metal on top, and that just sits in, and again you're not clicking that in, it just sits. And then you want to pop in your slicer or grater. So today we're grating the cheese, so you want these grated sides going up the way. Be careful just to hold it with these plastic pieces there, so you can hold it and you don't damage your fingers. So you just hold that and just sit that in. And then the last thing you want to do is just pop on your lid. And here I've got the feeder just in there just now. And this part here just clicks into your handle. So you want to just sit that to the side and then just click it in, and that's you ready to start. So I'm going to pop round here just to feed in the cheese. Okay, so just remember, try and keep your hand flat so you're not tempted to poke your fingers in, but as long as you've got this, you're safe. And you just want to turn. You can see how fast it goes. And we'll just go to the next block. So you might get these pieces that are stuck, but you can just pop them back through. Okay, so now we're just going to see the end result. So you just click it off, and then you can lift it out. You want to lift that out, otherwise it will fall out. And here we've got our grated cheese. So just tip that onto the plate, just so you can see. So I don't know how long that took. I should have timed it. But that's lots of grated cheese. So you can see how handy it is. Fabulous. So we'll go on to the next thing and we'll have a wee wash up. Okay, so the next thing we do is I'm just going to try the actual slicing mechanism. So the first thing you want to do is put the drive shaft back on. So this is the one without the metal at the top, and that just sits in. Then you want to pop your bowl on. So just remembering that the handle is going to click into here. So that's it clicked in. Okay, so this is the blade. So again, as I said earlier, you really don't want to hold it by the blade, just want to hold it at the sides, and this just goes into the shaft here, and it does just turn onto it, just clicks round. So you want to pop that in. Okay, and you just want to tip in your ingredients. So just to see how this is going to work, I'm just going to make a quick salsa for dinner, and I've just got these small cherry tomatoes, or plum tomatoes as sometimes they're called. So I've given them a good wash, so just pop them in, and I've just got some chunks of onion. You don't want to just pop them in whole, otherwise they will get a bit stuck. And then I've just got a wee bit of red chilli that I'm just going to pop in there just to give it a good taste. And then again, you just want to make sure that your feeder is in the top. That stops things from coming out, and it also protects your fingers. And then we're just going to click this round again, just click it into the front. That's it all ready. So for this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pulse, because you don't want to just switch it on, it'll just mash your food up into a very fine puree. So you just want to pulse it until you've got the right consistency that you're looking for. So sometimes you'll just see it's just missing out a few pieces, so you can just give it a wee quick shake or just give it a wipe down. But this is just about the consistency that I'm looking for a really good salsa. So again, we're just going to take this off and we're just going to show you and see how it performed. So I would say it performed really well. I don't know if you can just sort of see in here. So I like my salsa quite chunky, so that's onion and tomato just now, and then I'm just going to pop in some fresh lime and some coriander and a few spices, some salt and pepper, and that's going to be my salsa for tonight. So the last thing that I would really like to try is just making a smoothie with the jug blender. So for this one you don't need the drive shaft, the jug just clicks straight in. So again, the handle position comes round to this corner, so you just want to sit it on the top and you just make sure you hear the click, that's it clicked in. And then this is the lid, so you want to just make sure that you've got the stopper in at the top, and then you just want to pour in what you want to use. So I really like to thicken a smoothie with just a wee bit of oats, because I like them quite thick and it just makes it a bit nicer. So I'm just going to pop in some oats. Now you can blend that first, or you can just blend it all together. I prefer just to blend together. So I've probably got about a 1/4 cup of oats. And I've got some coconut sugar. Coconut sugar is quite good for you in that it's low with glycemic index. So I'm just going to pop that in. And I've just got frozen blueberries. Now this blender does say that it takes ice, so you can use like frozen fruit. So we're just going to, that's probably about 1/2 cup or just a handful. And I'm just using some whole milk. Obviously you can use a plant-based substitute. And there are some measurements, so it tells you in millilitres and fluid ounces, and it also tells you in cups around the back. So that's come up to the 2 cup mark. So I'm just going to pop this on, and again it just clicks in, you can just see where it clicks, and we're just going to set it to go. Okay, I'm just going to lift that off. So I'm really pleased with the blending. It's a lovely purple colour, matches my wallpaper or my painted kitchen. Lovely colour, nice consistency. That's nice and thick. Obviously that's because it's got ice in it and it will just loosen up as I drink it. So I would say that's really good. I'm really pleased with what we've tested today, and if you have bought one, I would like to hear your comments, see what you like to make with it, and I'll be doing some more videos in the future hopefully with some more recipes. Thanks very much. Bye.